Welcome back to Top Liberty Coins, the home of coin lovers, collectors, and treasure hunters. Today we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and surprising coins still hiding in pockets, drawers, and jars across America, the 1979 Lincoln cent. At first glance, it's just a simple 1-cent coin, but some of these pieces are secretly worth hundreds of dollars, even reaching up to $787.99 or more depending on condition, errors, and mint marks. In this video, we'll explore the history, minting secrets, error varieties, grading tips, and the current market prices that make this little copper coin a true collector's gem. The birth of the Lincoln penny. The story of the Lincoln cent begins in 1909, when the United States Mint introduced the first coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln, to honor his 100th birthday. The design, created by Victor David Brenner, became an American classic. Fast forward to 1979, the coin still carried Lincoln's famous portrait, but subtle design changes and minting variations made some 1979 pennies special. The 1979 penny design details. Let's take a close look at what makes the 1979 Lincoln penny design unique. On the obverse, we see Abraham Lincoln facing right, the word liberty to his left, and the phrase "In God We Trust" above his head. The date 1979 appears on the right side, and that's where the mint mark, like D for Denver or S for San Francisco, may appear just below it. On the reverse, we have the image of the Lincoln Memorial, which was introduced in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. Composition and metal change. The 1979 Lincoln cent was made mostly of 95% copper and 5% zinc, the last few years before the big composition change in 1982. Because copper has value itself, even the metal content adds interest to collectors. A 1979 penny weighs about 3.11 grams, while later zinc coins weigh only 2.5 grams. This difference matters when identifying genuine copper cents, especially if you suspect a rare variety. Mint marks and where they were made. The 1979 Lincoln penny was struck at 3 U.S. mint facilities, Philadelphia, San Francisco, marked S. Each location produced millions of coins, but not all are created equal. The San Francisco proof coins and rare mint errors from Denver are especially sought after. The 1979 S-proof penny. San Francisco Mint produced proof coins for collectors, struck with special dies for mirror-like surfaces. There are two varieties of the 1979 S-proof penny with a blurry, filled S mint mark, the rarer one, and if you find it in flawless condition, it can fetch anywhere from $100 to nearly $800, depending on grade. The 1979 D penny and its hidden value. The 1979 D Lincoln cent is common, but hidden among the millions are rare mint errors like off-center strikes, double dies, and die cracks. Collectors pay top dollar for these mistakes. A high-grade MS-67 red 1979 D penny has sold for over $400, while special error versions can reach even higher prices. The Philadelphia 1979 penny. No mint mark? That means it's from Philadelphia. These coins might seem ordinary, but again, condition is key. Brilliant uncirculated examples with strong strikes and full red color can bring $50 to $200, and error coins may be even more. Always check for double die. Obverse, the doubling on the date or the word liberty can dramatically raise its value. Error coins and rare varieties. Some of the most valuable 1979 pennies come from minting errors, double die. Obverse, DDO, doubling visible on the date or lettering. Center strike, parts of the design missing. Clipped planchet, a piece of the edge is missing. Die cracks, raised lines caused by damaged dies. Collectors love these unique mistakes, and prices can soar depending on visibility and rarity. How to check your 1979 penny value. To know if your coin is special, start by examining mint mark, D, S, or none condition, brown, BN, red brown, RB, or full red, RD, errors or doubling. Check with a magnifying glass. Weight should be around 3.11 grams for genuine copper. Once you identify these traits, compare with PCGS or NGC price guides online to get an estimated value. Current market prices in 2025. As of today, collectors are actively buying 1979 Lincoln cents in high grades. Circulated coins are worth 1 to 3 cents. Uncirculated RD coins, MS-65 and above, can sell for $15 to $200. 1979 Type 2 proof cents can go for $300 to $787.99 or higher. Coin values change often, and demand for older copper cents keeps growing. Why collectors love the 1979 penny? Collectors admire this coin because it marks the end of the classic copper era and sits right before America switched to cheaper metal. It represents the transition between traditional craftsmanship and modern minting. The 1979 penny's deep copper color, historic design, and minting variations make it a timeless collectible for all levels of numismatists. Grading: the key to big money coin grading determines everything. A coin with no scratches, full luster, and bright color can multiply in value. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC rate coins from poor, P1, to mint state, MS 70. A 1979 Lincoln cent graded MS 67 RD could bring hundreds, and if it's a proof Type 2, it could break the $787.99 mark easily. The legacy of the Lincoln cent: more than a century after its first minting, the Lincoln penny remains the longest-running coin design in American history. It's not just small change, it's a piece of the nation's story, connecting generations of Americans. Each 1979 penny you hold carries the memory of Lincoln's ideals and the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. So next time you open your coin jar or receive change at a store, take a second look. That 1979 penny might be more than just 1 cent. It could be a small treasure worth hundreds of dollars. Keep learning, keep collecting, and keep watching Top Liberty Coins for more deep dives into the rare and valuable coins of history. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another coin collecting adventure. Remember, the next fortune might already be in your pocket. Today, we are diving deep into the story of the 1989 Lincoln penny, a small copper-colored coin that might look ordinary, but some examples are selling for hundreds of dollars, even up to $787.98 and more. Stay with me till the end, because every part of this video uncovers a secret about this 1-cent coin that you probably never heard before. The birth of the 1989 Lincoln cent. The year 1989 was a time of change for the U.S. Mint. The Denver Mint was producing millions of Lincoln cents marked with the D mint mark under the date. This coin features Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, first introduced in 1909 to celebrate Lincoln's 100th birthday, but by 1989, these pennies were made not from pure copper anymore. Since 1982, the composition changed to 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, and that's where the story starts to get interesting, because even though they look the same, not all 1989 cents are equal. The design and every detail on the Lincoln penny carries meaning. The word liberty, the year 1989, and the motto "In God We Trust." The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, showing a tiny statue of Lincoln visible between the columns. If you look closely, the minting process in Denver was fast and massive, but even small mistakes made during production could turn an ordinary cent into a valuable treasure. The rare errors and VRETES. This is where things get exciting. Some 1989 pennies were struck with off-center errors, double die obverse, broad strike, or even wrong planchet errors. Collectors pay a premium for these rare mistakes. For example, a 1989 double die obverse penny with clear doubling on the word liberty or the date can sell for $300 to $800, depending on condition. If you find one with a minting crack, a die clash, or a missing mint mark, don't ignore it. That could be your jackpot coin. Why this penny is still popular even after more than 3 decades. The 1989 Lincoln cent continues to attract collectors worldwide. Why? Because it's part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which lasted from 1959 to 2008, one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coinage history. Also, because of its mass production and hidden errors, it offers a challenge, and a reward, for those who know what to look for. Historical background. Let's go back to the late 1980s. The U.S. Mint was modernizing production, introducing new presses and dies. Denver Mint in 1989 produced more than 5.3 billion pennies. Yes, billions, but that's where the magic hides. In such huge quantities, a few rare minting mistakes escaped unnoticed, and today, those few coins are worth hundreds of times more than their face value. How to identify a valuable 1989 PNNY? To find a valuable one, start by checking the mint mark D. Make sure it's clear and original, not altered. Look for doubling on Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or the date. Examine the rim and edges for off-center strikes or broad strikes. Use a magnifying glass or a coin microscope for tiny details. A clean, uncirculated 1989 D in mint state 67 or higher can already be worth $25 to $50, even without errors. Add an error, and the value skyrockets. The market value today. Now let's talk about the money. According to current coin auction results and collector markets, the average circulated 1989 D penny is worth 1 to 5 cents, but coins in mint condition or with visible errors can sell for $100, $250, or even $787.98. Depending on the grading and rarity. In top grade MS68 red condition, one sold for nearly $800, setting a record among Denver mint pennies of that year. Grading and CRTFICTO. And if you think you've got a valuable penny, don't clean it, that reduces the value. Instead, send it to a grading company like PCGS or NGCE. They'll professionally grade your coin on a 1 to 70 scale, and sealed grading slabs increase trust and market value. Collectors always pay more for certified coins. Secret collector tips. Here are a few tips only experienced coin collectors know. Look for thicker rims. These may indicate a misaligned die. Check both sides for die rotation errors. Pay attention to color. Full red cents are worth more than brown ones. Store your coins in airtight holders to prevent oxidation. Always research auction prices before selling. Remember, every Lincoln penny is a tiny piece of American history. The 1989 D coin was minted during the last years of the Cold War, a symbol of a strong economy and unity. When you hold one in your hand, you're holding a story from 36 years ago, a story of design, precision, and occasional imperfection that turned ordinary coins into treasures. Common questions. ANSWRED. People often ask, is every 1989 D penny rare? No, but rare ones exist due to errors or high-grade condition. Can it be worth $787.98? Yes, if it's certified MS68 red or has a unique minting error. Should I clean my old penny? Never. Cleaning damages the surface and lowers the grade. Can I find one in circulation today? Absolutely. Many are still in pockets and jars waiting to be discovered. Stories from COLLECTORS. Many collectors shared stories of finding rare 1989 D pennies in pocket change or old coin rolls. One collector from Texas found a near-perfect red example and sold it for $760 on eBay. Another discovered a double die obverse in an old jar, later certified by PCGS and auctioned for $800. You could be next. Future value and INVESTMENT. Coin experts believe that the value of rare 1989 D pennies will continue to rise as more collectors seek high-grade examples. Fewer uncirculated pieces remain each year, making top-condition coins even rarer. So, if you own one, hold it, protect it, and keep an eye on the market. It might be your mini goldmine in the future. Conclusion and call to ACTO. And so there you have it, friends. The complete story of the 1989 D Lincoln cent, from its rich history to its hidden value that can reach $787.98 or even more. This tiny 1-cent piece proves that every coin has a secret story waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed learning about this coin, hit that like button, subscribe to Top Liberty Coins, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss another rare coin reveal. Tell me in the comments if you've ever found a 1989 D penny and what you think it might be worth. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember, your next penny might be worth a fortune. Today, we're uncovering a secret hiding in your pocket change, the 2000 D Lincoln penny, a small copper-plated coin that could be worth hundreds of dollars, sometimes even over $787.97, depending on its condition and rarity. This is not just another coin, it's a piece of American history, a symbol of craftsmanship, and a treasure many collectors are still searching for. The legacy of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, celebrating the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first American coin to feature a real person's face, and that decision marked a turning point in U.S. coin design. The Lincoln penny became an icon, a coin every child, collector, and history lover wanted to hold. Through the decades, its design evolved, but its spirit remained the same, small in size, massive in meaning. The year 2000, a new millennium, a new coin era. The year 2000 was special, a new millennium, a time of excitement, and for coin collectors, a new chapter in the Lincoln cent story. The 2000 D Lincoln penny, minted at the Denver Mint, was part of the modern zinc series, 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. It might look like a regular coin, but certain details, minting errors, and conditions make it stand out in today's collector market. Understanding the D Mint mark. If you look closely beneath the date on your coin, you'll notice a small letter D. That mark means the coin was produced at the Denver Mint, one of America's busiest and most advanced coin production facilities. Millions were minted, but among them, a few unique ones have flaws, doubling, or perfect preservation that make them extremely valuable. Why some 2000 D pennies are worth so much now? Here's the exciting part. A typical 2000 D penny might only be worth 1 cent, but if you have a rare error coin or a mint state, MS, graded penny, it can fetch up to $787.97 or more. Collectors pay big money for coins that are double die obverse, letters or numbers doubled. Perfect red color high grade by PCGS or NGC full strike with no wear or scratches. Common versus rare. How to tell the difference? Hold your 2000 D penny under a magnifying glass, check the word Liberty, the date, 2000, and the motto, In God We Trust. If you see slight doubling, raised edges, or extra thickness, congratulations, you may have an error coin. Also, note the shine and surface color, bright red, RD. Coins are the most valuable, they can command prices way beyond face value. Coin grading. What determines value? Grading is the language of coin collectors. A penny graded MS60 means it's uncirculated but with small marks. MS65 and above are gem quality, with sharp details and blazing luster. A perfect MS70 coin is flawless, the kind of coin collectors dream of. The higher the grade, the higher the price, and that's why some 2000 D pennies sell for hundreds of dollars. In several coin auctions, collectors have paid up to $787.97 for high-grade 2000 D pennies. These coins were not just shiny, they were perfectly struck, preserved in mint sets, and authenticated by top grading companies. Sometimes, even slight mechanical doubling or die errors add big value. Each sale proves that even a penny can become a collectible fortune. Error coins. Look for these rare 2000 D errors, double die obverse, doubling in Liberty or the date, center strike, coin design not centered properly, clipped planchet, missing edge piece, die cracks, thin raised lines across the surface, broad strike or cut error, metal spreading beyond normal shape. These errors can turn an ordinary penny into a collectible worth dozens or even hundreds of dollars. History of penny materials. Before 1982, Lincoln pennies were made of 95% copper. After that, due to rising copper costs, they switched to zinc with copper plating. That change affected coin durability, color, and value. Collectors often prefer older solid copper coins, but some modern zinc coins like the 2000 D still shine in the market because of their errors and rarity. How to store and preserve your coins. To keep your 2000 D Lincoln pennies valuable, always store them properly. Use acid-free holders, 2x2 flips, or airtight capsules. Never clean your coins with chemicals, it destroys the original luster and lowers value. Keep them in a dry, dark place away from humidity and heat. How to check value. You can check your coin's value on trusted websites like PCGS Price Guide, NGC Coin Explorer, Bay Sold Listings, Heritage Auctions Archive. Search for 2000 D Lincoln cent MS67 or similar grades to see real market prices. Sometimes, what looks like a small coin can surprise you with a big price tag. The beauty of collecting Lincoln pennies. Collecting Lincoln pennies is not just about money, it's about passion, history, and discovery. Each penny tells a story, of the mint that made it, the errors that slipped through, and the collectors who cherish it. From 1909 to 2025, the Lincoln penny continues to inspire coin hunters worldwide. How you can find these coins. Check your loose change, piggy banks, and coin rolls from the bank. You can even buy unsearched penny rolls online. Sometimes, the most valuable coins come from the most unexpected places. All it takes is patience, a good eye, and a little luck, and you could find a 2000 D penny worth hundreds. Conclusion and call to ACTO. And so there you have it, the full story of the 2000 D Lincoln penny, a modern coin with old-fashioned charm and hidden fortune. A coin that might look ordinary, but under the right light, could be worth $787.97 or more. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare pennies, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Top Liberty Coins, turn on the notification bell, share your coin finds in the comments, join the Top Liberty Coins community, where we uncover the secrets of coins that made history and coins that make collectors rich today. Thank you for watching, and remember, sometimes the smallest coins hide the biggest treasures. Today, we are diving deep into one of America's most beloved coins, the Lincoln penny, a tiny copper piece that has carried the nation's story for more than a century. Some think a penny is just a penny, but in today's collector market, that little coin could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So, stay tuned till the very end, because we'll uncover the real market value, hidden minting secrets, and how some coins now sell for over $787.96. The birth of the Lincoln cent, 1909. In 1909, the United States Mint introduced the Lincoln wheat cent to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. The VDB initials on the bottom of the coin caused controversy, but today, they make those first issues rare collector's items. Especially the 1909 SVDB, one of the most sought-after coins in U.S. history. The wheat years, 1909 to 1958. For nearly 50 years, the wheat reverse Lincoln cents carried the nation through 2 world wars, the Great Depression, and massive economic change. Collectors call these coins Wheaties. If you find one with the S mint mark, for San Francisco, or D mint mark, for Denver, from certain years like 1914 D, 1922 no D, or 1931 S, you might be holding a small fortune. The transition to the memorial reverse, 1959 to 2008. In 1959, the U.S. Mint redesigned the reverse of the Lincoln cent, featuring the Lincoln Memorial in honor of the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. These coins were made mostly of copper until 1982, when the mint switched to a copper-plated zinc composition. That small change drastically affected the penny's metal value, durability, and collector demand. The key dates and mint errors. Some Lincoln cents became legends because of mistakes. Collectors love mint errors, double dies, off-centers, repunched mint marks, and more. The 1955 double die obverse, with its bold, doubled lettering, is one of the most famous and valuable, often fetching hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on condition. Even newer coins like the 1995 double die and 1983 copper transitional error are hot collector favorites. The 2009 Bicentennial Series. In 2009, to celebrate 200 years of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the U.S. Mint released 4 unique reverse designs showing Lincoln's life story, from his log cabin to the U.S. Capitol. These coins brought a new wave of collectors and revived public interest in Lincoln cents. Some proof and mint set versions are already climbing in price due to limited production and historic design appeal. The rare composition change, 1982 split personality. The year 1982 is a major turning point for Lincoln pennies. That year, the mint made both copper, 95%, and zinc, 97.5% zinc with copper plating. Since copper versions are heavier, weighing 3.11 grams, while zinc ones weigh only 2.5 grams. Collectors often search rolls for 1982 copper small date and large date varieties, some of which now sell for tens or even hundreds of dollars. The market value in 2025. Now let's talk about real market prices. While many Lincoln cents are still worth face value, rare dates and high-grade coins have exploded in value. In today's collector market, prices can range from a few dollars to over $787.96 for specific mint state pieces or rare varieties. Online auctions, coin shows, and grading services like PCGS and NGC confirm the rising demand for top-condition Lincoln cents. How to identify a valuable penny? A smart collector always checks 3 things: date and mint mark. Look for S, D, or no mint mark. Condition: shiny, uncirculated coins are worth much more. Errors and varieties. Use a magnifier to check for doubling, missing letters, or die cracks. Even a small detail could turn your coin from 1 cent into $100. The hidden treasures in circulation. Believe it or not, valuable Lincoln cents are still out there, in your pocket change, old jars, and family collections, thousands of people have discovered coins worth hundreds just by checking old rolls. So next time you see a dusty penny, don't ignore it, it might be your ticket to real money. The influence of metal prices. Copper, zinc, and nickel prices have a huge effect on coin values. A copper penny's melt value can sometimes approach its face value, but remember, it's illegal to melt US coins. Still, the intrinsic metal worth makes copper pennies from before 1982 especially collectible. Grading and certification. Professional grading is the best way to know your coin's real worth. Companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, use scales from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70, and MS65 or higher. Lincoln cent, even from a common year, can fetch high premiums at auction. Collecting strategies for beginners. If you're just starting, begin by sorting pennies by decade and mint mark. Learn to spot common varieties first, then move on to rarer ones. Keep your coins in safe holders, avoid cleaning them, and track your collection's growth. You'll be amazed how fast your little copper army grows in value. The investment potential of Lincoln cents. Lincoln pennies aren't just collectibles, they're investments. With rising interest in tangible assets and history-backed items, the penny market has gained strong momentum. Collectors now treat top-grade Lincoln cents as pieces of art and history combined. Coins that once sold for $1 now trade hands for hundreds of dollars, proving that patience and knowledge pay off. Final thoughts and call to action. So there you have it, the complete journey of the Lincoln penny, from its 1909 beginnings to its current 2025 market value, some worth a few cents, others worth over $787.96. Each coin tells a story of America's past and a collector's passion. If you love coins, history, and hidden treasures, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Top Liberty Coins, and ring the bell for more amazing coin stories every week. Drop a comment below and tell us, what's the rarest Lincoln penny you've ever found? Thanks for watching, coin lovers, and remember, every coin has a story, and every penny could be a treasure. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most overlooked yet powerful coins ever struck by the United States Mint, the 2008 Lincoln cent. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary penny, just another small copper-colored coin in your pocket. But what if I told you that this small piece of metal could actually be worth hundreds of dollars, even $787.95 or more? Depending on its mint condition and rarity, stay tuned till the very end, because this story is more than just about a coin. It's about American history, craftsmanship, and hidden value. The birth of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it became the first American coin to feature a real person, the great President Abraham Lincoln himself. Since then, the Lincoln cent has gone through several changes in design, composition, and mint marks. But every once in a while, a specific year stands out because of its unique minting errors, limited production, or metal composition changes, and 2008 was one of those years. The 2008 Lincoln penny OVRVIEW. In 2008, the Lincoln cent was still part of the classic memorial reverse design, showing the Lincoln Memorial on the back. It was one of the final years before the 2009 redesign, which celebrated Lincoln's 200th birthday. This made 2008 pennies the last of an era, and collectors love final year issues. Produced in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, these coins came in both regular circulation strikes and collector's proof versions. Metal composition and what makes it unique. The 2008 Lincoln cent is composed mostly of zinc, 97.5%, with a thin copper coating, 2.5%. While that sounds ordinary, certain batches of coins from this year were accidentally struck with improperly prepared planchets, causing slight differences in color, luster, and finish. These subtle minting differences are what drive collectors wild, as even a small variation can mean hundreds of dollars in added value. Rare minting errors in the 2008 Lincoln cent. Now let's talk about errors, the magic word in coin collecting. Some 2008 Lincoln cents were discovered with double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and even die cracks that appear as extra lines across Lincoln's face or the word Liberty. The most valuable examples show a doubled image on the word Liberty or "In God We Trust," making them highly desirable among collectors. Such error coins have sold for $500 to $787.95 or more in online auctions, depending on condition and rarity. How to identify a valuable 2008 PNNY? So, how do you know if your 2008 Lincoln penny is worth money? First, grab a magnifying glass or a coin microscope and check for details. Look closely at Lincoln's eye, the word Liberty, and the date 2008. If you notice doubling, a shiny uncirculated surface, or an off-center strike, you may have something special. Also, check the mint mark. D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, and S for San Francisco. Coins with clear strikes and no scratches are always worth more. Market value and current trends. The coin market is hotter than ever. As of the current market, 2008 Lincoln cents in MS 67 or MS 68 grade have reached up to $787.95, and some error coins have gone beyond $1,000 at private auctions. The reason is simple. Collectors are realizing that even modern coins can hold enormous hidden value if preserved properly. So, before you spend that penny, make sure to check it carefully. Why 2008 is special for Lincoln pennies? 2008 marked the end of the memorial reverse era, which started in 1959. It was the last full year of this classic design before the new Lincoln bicentennial pennies were launched in 2009. That alone gives it historical importance. Collectors often look for the final year coins because they mark the closing of a significant chapter in U.S. mint history. The history behind the Memorial DSIG and the Memorial Reverse, designed by Frank Gasparro, was introduced to honor the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., where Lincoln's statue sits as a symbol of unity and freedom. For 50 years, this design appeared on billions of coins, becoming a part of everyday American life. By 2008, people didn't realize that the very next year would mark the end of this half-century design, making these last issues historically priceless. Proof coins and collector editions. The 2008 S-proof Lincoln cents were minted in San Francisco and sold only in proof sets. These coins are highly polished and mirror-like, with deep cameo contrast. Collectors pay premium prices for them, especially when graded PR 70 deep cameo by PCGS or NGC. A perfect proof can bring hundreds of dollars, depending on demand and rarity. How to store and protect your valuable coins. If you happen to find a 2008 penny that looks flawless, do not handle it with bare hands. Use cotton gloves and store it in a 2x2 flip holder or airtight capsule. Avoid touching the coin surface. Fingerprints can cause corrosion over time. The better you protect your coins, the more value they'll retain for the future. Grading and authentication. Professional grading is the best way to verify your coin's worth. Companies like PCGS, NGC, and ANAX can officially grade your 2008 penny, assigning it a mint state level from MS 60 to MS 70. The higher the grade, the more valuable your coin becomes. Many collectors have turned a simple penny into hundreds of dollars just by getting it graded. Where to sell your valuable 2008 PNNY. If you own a valuable 2008 Lincoln penny, you can sell it through eBay, heritage auctions, great collections, or coin dealers specializing in U.S. coins. Always compare prices and get your coin appraised before listing. Sometimes, even a small mint error can dramatically boost your earnings. Future value predictions. As time passes, fewer 2008 Lincoln cents remain in mint condition. Most have already been spent or damaged in circulation. This scarcity will naturally increase their value in the future. Experts predict that in the next decade, certain rare 2008 varieties could easily exceed $1,500 in auction value, especially those with double die or off-metal errors. Final thoughts and outro. The 2008 Lincoln penny may seem small and ordinary, but it carries a legacy of history, art, and hidden fortune. It reminds us that treasures don't always come in gold or silver. Sometimes, they come in copper. So next time you pick up a penny, take a closer look. You might be holding a piece of American history worth hundreds of dollars. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to subscribe to Top Liberty Coins, hit the like button, and share this video with fellow collectors. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we uncover more rare and valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Until then, this is Top Liberty Coins, where every coin tells a story, and every story is worth discovering.